loves, and welcome back to my channel. So, already busy morning. I have a video out for you guys. It is their feelings for you. So go ahead and check that out after this live stream if you would like to. It is early morning. It is 7 o'clock. I have been awake since 5. All right, so let's just go this reading of source messages for you all. All right, I am already excited for you guys. This is gonna be fun. All right. Whew, that card already wanted to come out. So already for source messages and love for all, starting off, we have the Three of Cups. So already right off the bat, sorry if you guys can't see. I want you guys to see me as well. But right off the bat, we already have beautiful messages coming through here. I'm going to move it down just a tiny bit so you guys can see it and still see me. So already we have that Three of Cups already coming out for you guys. What other messages do we have from Source? We have Strength, and we have the King of Pentacles. So what I'm getting here right off the bat is that Source is sending out positive energy for the collective here. This is definitely energy that is meant to bring a lot of faith back into the collective. Source wants you to know that everything, even though they say it all the time, is going to be all right. Nothing is going wrong. Nothing is off course. You are not lost. You are found. And everything is working in its divine right timing. That is already what I'm getting from here. Source is literally asking you to be patient with yourself. Be patient with the process. Be patient with the universe. Because there are so many beautiful energies coming out. There are so many beautiful things that Source wants to give us all. And that's already what I feel from here. A lot of what Source is giving us is energy. Beautiful, beautiful energy to give us the desire, the initiative to get what we desire. This is about, if you want $1,000 in your bank account next week, what can you do to get that? What can you do right now what work can you do to get there? You want to start your own business, but you don't have the initiative to do so. Source is giving you that. You want to start your own YouTube channel, but you don't have the initiative. Source is going to give you that. You want a friend to be there for you. Source is going to give you that. Source is going to give you the initiative, the energy to go for what you want. That is what Source wants everybody to know. That's what your angels want you to know, because we're all an extension of Source. We are all created beautifully in the eyes of, I can't even say him, her, I just say they. It has a Source. Even though we have divine, feminine, and masculine energy, Source is everything, is every little thing. And that's why Source wants to give us all of these beautiful things. If you want love, you're going to receive it. It may not be from another person, or it could be. But always remember that before anybody can love you, you must love yourself. And that love is coming in. If you don't feel that you love yourself enough, well, you're going to. You're going to be given the energy to take that initiative, take those baby steps. Let's say, for example, maybe you wake up in the morning and the first thing you do is think about what to stress about for the day. Well, that's going to change for you. Source is going to give you the energy to start your day on a positive foot, not a negative one. Let's say you want to be stronger mentally or physically or emotionally or spiritually. If you want that, Source is going to give it to you. Like Source is saying that if you've been manifesting something and you've been wanting it to move, expect that movement now, because you have asked for it and you've been doing the work for it. And if you haven't been doing the work for it, you're going to start to. There is no such thing as I should be here now. This is where I should be. Source wants you to know that you are exactly where you need to be. Divine timing, the divine plan is not determined by us. We can co-create with the universe and decide what we want through our heart, through our higher self, and decide from there what we want in life. But the divine plan is already set in place. So where you end up is going to be where you end up. And for a lot of us, we're going to end up in places of high, beautiful energy. We're going to end up in places of beautiful homes, loving relationships, healthy families, because that is what we desire. Now, if you don't want a family, or if maybe you don't want a home, maybe you want to travel the world, Source will give that to you. But it's all about allowing these energies in. And for the collective, a lot of us, since this new moon has passed, are starting to let in this energy. And this energy is flowing in with an abundance. With this Three of Cups, Strength, and the King of Pentacles. By the way, 38, because Strength is actually the number 8, so 38. And I saw 38 this morning, and I was like, aha, that's going to come up at some time. But 38 here as well. So if you look at angel numbers, go ahead and look that up, see how it resonates with you. But Source is going to give you all that you desire. The Three of Cups is about celebration. It's about getting together with others. It's about realizing that wealth is with the people who love you the most. And that's really what's happening here, is that you guys are being given the people who love you the most. You have your angels, you have your spirit guides, you have your ascended masters, you have your ancestors, you have Source. And even though they love you and they're there for you and you can interact with them anytime you want, we as humans naturally want somebody else to be there as well. And that is completely okay. Your guardian angels will come to you as people. Your ancestors maybe were born as people. You can never possibly know. They're always there for you. The people that you are closest with in your life are not people you've never met before. It's people that you've had lives with previously. And that's the beauty of it, is that it's always a repeating cycle. But what you decide to do to break free of that cycle and live the life that you deserve is completely up to you. One second. Excuse me. Sorry, you guys. I have allergies and it's springtime, so it's not acting very well. Okay. Yeah, we have the Tower here. This is about learning how to inflict your own tower. Part of what Source is giving us all in their divine love is actually learning how to inflict our own tower moments. And this doesn't mean, tearing your life down. A tower moment is about tearing down a foundation that was already faulty from the start. It wasn't that this foundation was strong. If the foundation was strong, it couldn't have been torn down. This is about tearing down sticks and stones, old trees, houses that can barely stand. This is about allowing change to flow freely to you because you're deserving of that. And this is really where the Tower is. That's what it is. That's what Source is giving you, is that it's allowing you to be okay with being okay, with change, sorry, another sneeze might be coming. Okay, never mind. It's allowing you to be okay with change and inflicting change before you know it has to be done. This is all about taking the steps before you even know the steps need to be taken. This is about listening to your intuition. This is about abundance with the King of Pentacles here. The King of Pentacles is about being comfortable, being abundant in all aspects of your life. And this is what Source wants to give us all, is that abundance. Source wants to give us people that we can love and we can cherish. Source wants to give you the strength to get through any obstacle, anything in your life that has been holding you down. Source wants to give you that strength. Source wants to give you that abundance that you've been searching for your entire life. It is coming. Source wants you to allow you to be the creator of your own life, to have the power to change your life for the better without having to worry or fear about that change. Okay. Already. I asked Source this morning to allow me to be a conduit for its loving word, and already it is coming out. So I love it though. I love it. I love it. I love it. It feels so freeing. Like it's amazing. All right, we're going to go ahead and do the Food Fortunes Tarot deck. This could be food that Source may want you to incorporate into your diet, or it may be symbolism. So let's get right into it. Okay, definitely right off the bat, I'm getting symbolism. Because we have the slice, so we have pizza, But if you do want to eat pizza, enjoy a pizza, especially if you want to enjoy a pizza with friends. Enjoy your freaking pizza. We have a page of drinks, which is actually beer. So, this could be about, spending time with friends. I feel this is more of like a social drinker rather than, just drinking to drink. So take it as it applies to you. And we have, I think this actually might be a couple new. We have the Ace of Mains, which is almost like the Ace of Swords here, because it's like a spoon is being held out here, which is pretty cool. But there's symbolism and there's actual thing here. So if, for me, pretty much what they're saying is eat some soup. It'll help with all of this congestion. But also soup, like for example, chicken soup. Chicken soup is good for the body, but no one really knows why or how. Like there's no scientific reason as to why chicken soup helps you get better. It could also be due to a psychological factor. Ooh, excuse me. But no one really knows why. And that's kind of this thing where Source is going to give you that food for your soul that you've been looking for. And it's right underneath the abundance here. So this abundance is not just going to be financial gain. It's going to be abundance in every aspect of your life. Every single aspect. You won't have to worry anymore. You won't have to fear anymore. Okay, actually, I get this now. I get the symbolism. The slice, like whenever I think of the slice and pizza, I will either eat an entire pizza by myself or I will share a pizza with somebody. And what I'm getting here is sharing pizza with others. And when you share a pizza, it's greasy, it's delicious, depending on what you put on it. For me personally, I like pepperoni, olives, and onions. Delicious. Which is contradictory because I know some people just do not like olives, and I'm just like, olives, all the olives, all the pepperoni, all the onion. But what I'm getting here already is that this is about sharing, about having time with the people that you love. This doesn't have to be friends. It can be family. It can be a lover. It could even be a pet. But this is about spending time with those that you love, focusing on those that you love, choosing to take a time out of your day to reserve for those people because they are deserving of that time. And vice versa, spending time with yourself is just as important. But making time for the people you love is also very important. Because when you don't make time for the people that you love, they doubt your love. They wonder if you really love them. And vice versa. When someone doesn't want to spend time with you and they kind of just ignore you and, go out of their way to avoid you, you think, okay, so you don't want to spend time with me. And then you start, releasing any attachment you had to that person because you don't want it to hurt when you let them go. So spending time with these people is very, very important. The people that you love. And with the page of drinks and the strength here, so what I'm getting here is lowering your inhibitions. So with alcohol, it lowers your inhibitions. It allows you to be more free, no longer so controlling of yourself. But since it's under the strength card, you're learning to be strong without having to be hard on yourself. You don't have to be this perfect person who is this, who is that. Oh, wow, you have to be this type of way to be this type of person. That is not the way you're seeing yourselves anymore. And if you are, Source is coming in and washing all of that away. It will take time. All things take time. But this is what Source wants to give you. This is the message and the love of Source that is trying to be sent your way. Then that here with that abundance and that soup here as well. Soup for the soul. Abundance for the soul. Okay. For the tower here, we have 2 cards that flew out. So let's go ahead. And then we have the flame. And the flame, even though it's hot sauce, and I love hot sauce, but even though we have the flame, this is about purification. And it's for the tower card here as well. The tower card is definitely about purification. It actually has symbolic, fire within it as well. Saying that you're just letting all those old things go, purifying them. And with the ashes, ashes can be used for so much. You can make it into a mold. You can make it into charcoal. I don't think you can use it for a face. Don't use it for a face mask. Activated charcoal. There we go. Activated charcoal, which actually has whitening factor as well. So literally there's so many different things you can use for charcoal after you have burned down the tree. This doesn't mean burn down every single tree, but I'm saying symbolically in terms of the tower, after you have burned down, the wood and the unstable foundations, it's not about using those things for, rebuilding, rather using those lessons and incorporating them into your daily life would be so much more beneficial for your soul than just burning it and leaving it behind. And for the tower here, we have the chip breaker, which for me, I hear the song Heartbreaker. So when it comes to the tower, a lot of the times we're breaking our own hearts or the hearts of others before our benefit. Whenever you break someone's heart because you feel that you have to move on, then it's probably for a good reason, even if it hurts to the point where you're like, I made a mistake. Whenever you think you've made a mistake, always know that better things are coming. Don't ever feel that you are a horrible person or you are this or you are that. That is the negativity speaking, and that is not who you are. You are a being of love. You are a being of source. You are an extension of source. And source here has not said you are a horrible person. Source here has said that you are deserving of love. You are deserving of strength, of the people who love you, of abundance, of change that betters you for the greater good of yourself, your life, and your soul. Literally, source is saying that you deserve so much more than you realize. And that is the most beautiful message. Source just wants you to love yourself as you are. And if you decide to change for the better, go ahead and do so. Change for the better, but change for yourself. Don't change for a person. Don't change for this or that. Hell, don't even change for source. Source wants you to change for yourself. Because when you put someone else in the equation, you're not going to complete it. Because that person will eventually move on. And with source, though source loves you abundantly, source wants you to love yourself. Because when you love yourself, that is how you love source. And we have the lighting is kind of bad. We have the pressed one. And the pressed one, I've never actually gotten this in a reading, but it did fly out when I was shuffling earlier for my previous reading, because I was going to do these cards and I decided not to. But we have the pressed one, and the pressed one is about like a panini machine. And paninis, if you've never had a panini, is literally just a squished sandwich, but it is very delicious. And with this tower card, really what I'm getting here is that when you have something that is standing very, very tall, but then you can easily squish it down, that is pretty much saying that either you have a strong or faulty foundation. Or it could also be about being flexible as well. When you're being flexible with change, you're not trying to control which change is going to happen. Whenever you feel like you need to let somebody go, you can either say, okay, now leave. Or you can be like, hey, I no longer resonate with you. Or, hey, I feel like that we no longer should be in communication, and here's why. How you go about it determines how delicious the sandwich is, if you get my drift. Because paninis. I used to freaking love paninis. I haven't had a panini in so long. But what I'm getting here is that the pressed one is about how you adjust to the challenges that come your way. Whether you break under the pressure or you just allow yourself to fold down. And when you fold down, as is the law of mass and volume, depending on the object, when you begin to bring it to a smaller form, it can become more dense. Now, this doesn't mean that every single object will be that way, as we have small balls that are hollow that are less dense than a solid ball that is the same size, but completely all throughout having a solid base. What I'm getting here is almost like a neutron star, where we see the sun as this big, beautiful thing, where we're just like, wow, like the sun is humongous, it's amazing. But actually, when you compare it to the size so pretty much what's going to happen is it's going to become a red giant, and then it's going to quite literally implode within itself and become a neutron star, because our sun is not big enough to become a supernova. But because of that, actually, when it becomes a neutron star, it's going to become a lot more dense than it was as our big, beautiful, technically white sun, even though it looks yellow. So that's really what I'm getting here, is being flexible, allowing yourself to move with the times rather than move with the times and change, rather than letting those times and change determine how your life goes. Whew, that was a tongue twister there. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pull from these cards. These are actually the Rebel deck. I love these already. There's quite a few curse words in them. I will try not to say them. I actually have a sailor's mouth, but I will try not to this time. 1 second. Yeah. Sorry, this one just made me laugh. But what Source wants us to know is that we are responsible for our own lives. And this literally says it's not everyone else's fault. It's not everyone else's fault, it's yours. And this isn't meaning that you're at fault for everything. It's saying to take responsibility for your own actions. And it's also symbolic of the Tower card. Take responsibility for your actions. Now, on the back, we have you are a grown butthole adult. I don't mean your actual butthole. It says the A word, and I'm trying not to curse. And it says stop blaming others for your stuff. It says the S word, but I'm going to say stuff. And this doesn't necessarily mean that you guys are, not doing what you're supposed to be doing. What it means is that you guys are in control of your life, and only you can make yourself happy. If you're not happy because so-and-so said something, understand that you allowed so-and-so to get into your head. Understand that you are valid to have those emotions, but also understand that you don't have to allow those emotions to determine your day. If you get upset about something, allow yourself to be upset. Acknowledge those emotions, then let them go. Don't let them hold on to you for the rest of the day. That is what the collective does so often, that Source is just like, not that. Don't do that. But Source is so, so patient with us because Source is loving. And it literally says you need a big effing hug. And then it has squeeze. And that's how Source feels. Source just wants to give us a hug. And that's really how it feels, is that it wants us to feel safe and secure in all that we do. And we have hell isn't a curse word in my opinion. What the hell are you waiting for? Get that stuff done. It says the S word, I'm going to say stuff. Get that stuff done. And this is very much Source saying that if you feel that something needs to be done in your life, get it done. No one else can do it for you besides you. If you want to be successful, do the work. If you want to feel good about yourself, do the work. If you want to feel loved, do the work. Because you have to love yourself before anybody else can love you. Okay, and then we have, oh God, you guys cannot even see it. We have detox. And on the back it says, drink a smoothie, unfriend that butthole, and throw some stuff out. So detox goes back to this Tower moment here, where if there's people in your life that need to be released, release them. They don't deserve to determine the rest of your life. You do not have to hold on to people if you do not want to. That is not up to you. That is completely, you're not up to, when I say it's not up to you, it's not up to you to make everyone else happy. It's not up to you to keep people around. It's not up to you to make sure everyone has a friend. Not everyone is going to have a friend because some of us just don't want to have any friends. That is okay. I personally, the only friend I have is my partner, to be honest. But that is a choice because I personally don't like to have a whole lot of friends. And that is completely okay. You do not have to have every single friend under the sun. I used to have a bunch of friends. I used to have more than 10 friends. And I was like, wow, I'm like rich in love. No, I wasn't. I was rich in toxic people. That's what I was. And that's okay. If you have a lot of friends, that's okay too. Some people have more friends than others. That is okay. Be okay with where you are in life, but know when to release people. And then we have get the F out of your head. That's what it says. And it says get in your heart. It misses you. And that is the truth. Source wants us to connect more with our heart than with our mind. It is okay to have analytical thinking. It is okay to think before you do something. But whenever you want to co-create with the universe, co-create from your heart, not from your head. Because your head is connected to your ego. Your ego is going to tell you that you should be doing this, you should be doing that, you should be doing this, you should be doing that. And your heart's going to tell you, I just want to be still. So remember to always listen to your heart before you listen to your head when it comes to co-creating with the universe. Now, if you're in a situation where you have to think before you listen to your heart, do so. But listen to your heart as well. All right, so let's go ahead and get into these messages, and then we'll go ahead and end the reading. And this is already, I love it. Yeah, it's just verification, heart chakra. So definitely connect with your heart chakra. When you connect with your heart chakra, you connect with Source. Source is divine love, and your heart chakra is divine, unconditional love. So know that if you ever feel overwhelmed, if you ever feel that things are just going wrong and everything is just not going right for you and you're freaking out, connect with your heart chakra, and that is how you will connect with Source. And Source will give you all the love and strength that you need. That's too much, Source. That's too much. Source, one at a time. Or like maybe two, but just not so much, Source. You're saying this one. And then we have root chakra, and this goes back to that tower here. Know who is building strong foundations with you, and know who is not. Because the root chakra is all about your foundation. If your root chakra is weak, then your foundations with others will be weak. And this is really what the Source also wants you to work on. If you feel that there's people in your circle that do not serve you, connect with your root chakra. See who is building strong foundations with you and who is not, and take out those who are not. You don't have to do it exactly at that moment. If you feel that you're really close to these people, think it through. How can I release this person without hurting their feelings or my feelings? But if this person is toxic and you know it, learn how to release people without, tearing them down. Every single friend I had to release, I never tore them down. I never said, it was your fault. Everything is your fault. I said, I feel, so that as I'm validating my emotions when I say that, I feel that we no longer are on the same vibrational frequency. I no longer feel that you are good for me. Because I'm not saying that you're a horrible person and you're not good for me. I'm saying that I feel that you are not good for me. I feel I need to move on. I feel I need to live my life outside of you. Because when you say I feel, you are validating your emotions. And when you validate yourself, that is so much more powerful than some random person who validates you. Validating yourself, your emotions, your energy, your love is more important than somebody else's feelings towards you. Because somebody will be like, oh, I deserve to spend time with you. No, you don't. Let's start right there. No, you do not. You do not deserve to. Even the people that you love, they do not deserve your time. You deserve your time. But choosing to spend time with these people, making the choice to do so, is what Source wants you to understand. You have a choice. No one is obligated to your emotion, to your time, to your energy. You have that choice. All right. Ooh, sorry. All these cards keep falling out on the slice, so it may be saying that eating some pizza would be good. And we have growth. Focus on your growth. Focus on your power, because that is what will really get you through in life. And we have, I am trying. Source knows you are trying. Source knows you are doing everything in your power to succeed. Source knows it. Source loves you for that. Do not feel you're in the wrong. You are trying, and how you are trying is unique to you, and Source loves you regardless. Source is going to be there when you're trying your hardest and when it's easy as hell. Like, Source is going to be there. Source isn't going anywhere. Source is not going to abandon you. And then we have retail therapy. And because we got this card, I actually feel like I'm going to pull another one because I was not expecting this. But this is about spending money on yourself. Allow yourself to buy yourself something nice every once in a while, or allow other people to buy you something nice every once in a while. But definitely allow yourself to spend money on yourself. That's why it's called retail therapy. Allow yourself to spend money on yourself. Ooh, I gotta sneeze building. Oh, please don't. Please don't. Excuse me. Sorry, once again, allergies. Ooh, I need to get some allergy pills. Ooh, there we are. Isn't she lovely? All right. So, Source at the end here. Yeah, I care so much it hurts. The Source loves you so much. And when I say, isn't she lovely? You could be a guy. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, but what Source is saying is that it's the premise of the song, not the actual wording itself. Isn't She Lovely is by Stevie Wonder, and it was dedicated to his first daughter. And when Source created you, Source saw you as the most lovely, abundant being that it has ever seen. It could not love you more. And every single time that you are reborn, Source still sees you that way. No matter how old you are now, Source still looks at you and believes and sees just how lovely you are. Because you are an extension of Source. You are a consciousness outside of Source, though within Source, experiencing a temporary human experience. No matter your mistakes, no matter what you have done in life, no matter if it was bad, good, semi-bad, neutral, procrastination, whatever it may have been, Source still loves you. Source has loved you from the moment it has created you. There is nothing that you could do wrong in the eyes of Source, because only Source knows why you have done it. Well, you may not. I actually feel the need to pull this card up top. Yeah. It says, don't look at me. And it's meaning that even though you cannot see Source, that doesn't mean Source is not there. And if you really want to see Source, look at yourself in the mirror and smile. Because the beauty that is you, the handsome, the amazing person that you are, is Source. All right. That is the end of this reading. I hope it resonated with your beautiful souls. All right, y'all. I love you guys so much. I will have any details linked down below. For example, if you would like a personal reading, I'll have that below. If I could donate, I'll have that below. It is not expected of you, but I love you all, and I hope that this just resonated with your beautiful soul. All right, I love you all, and have a good rest of your day. Bye.